Good morning and welcome to this week's midweek vlog. It's the 18th of November today, so if you follow us regularly you'll know what the 18th of every month is. It's Minnie Mouse the main attraction day, so I am currently sat on the computer and on my phone waiting for the stuff to get released. Now we're not too sure, it's 7:55 minutes, we've got about 5 minutes. We're not too sure if we're gonna, like how easy this is gonna be, because usually you can't find the products until bang on 8 o'clock. You have to like search for it. Sometimes it's in the news section, sometimes you've got to type it in, sometimes it'll show up if you type it in but it's not in the news, sometimes if you type it in you can't find it but it's in the news section. Oh, it's stressful. However, we popped on Shop Disney this morning and it's all there already. Can't add it to your basket, but all the pages for all the items are already there. And one of the main things that stops people from usually getting it is because they can't find the products. But we always, most of the time, tend to find where it is. So I feel like more people are going to get it in the basket this morning. And they're still the same quantity, so I don't know. I'll have to see if we get it. Part of me's just like, it'll be fine, it'll be like normal, but then you still get that little small part that's like, eh.
Well, we'll find out in 10
Yeah,
minutes.
we will find out, not 10 minutes, we'll find out in 3. So, yeah, I'll leave the camera on while I try and do it. I've not done that in a while, have I? And, yeah. On the last minute.
It's the slowest minute
Of your life. Will we get it? Will we not? Will we get it? Will we not?
We will. We've got the whole set. We can't not get it.
And I ain't buying it at more expensive prices off other people. I mean, if I had to, I will do, but I don't want to. Why do we put ourselves through this?
I don't know. We're not doing another collection.
Until
Unless
next
it's
month
done.
when they announce it.
Unless it's Donald.
Yeah, that's probably what it's going to be.
Yeah, probably.
Right, 50, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, go.
Any look?
It's like crashed.
Yeah. Can't buy Shop Disney at all. Fuck's sake.
I've got the computer adding the ears to bag and my phone adding the pins to bag. Oh, oops, something went wrong. Of course it fucking did.
I'm completely crashed. I've got no road.
I am as well, completely crashed on both. Oh. Wait a minute, on my phone I've got 2 items in my bag.
Oh yeah, same.
Come on.
Come on.
The computer's no hope. It's gone. That's goners.
Come on. Oh, this is so short. I hate this. Go, 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 go. Come on. Check out with me here, lads. It's saying my phone number's wrong.
Is it?
Yeah. Thanks, out stop.
Oh, I was like at the end. I clicked the final payment bit and it's... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh! I've ordered the ears and the pins. It let me carry on and it automatically took the bag out.
Did it?
Yeah.
Mine didn't.
Well, I don't know if it was me or whether... Because I clicked on the computer and took it out as it was processing the payment, so I don't know whether...
Wait, my payments go through. Done.
Ears and pins.
Just ears.
Just ears. Alright, now I've got ears and pins. So there we go. Sorted.
That was
We've got
hard.
our ears, we've got our pins, we've got Joe's ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we were trying to get 2 pairs of ears, by the way, because Joe asked if we managed to get 2. We've done it. That was hard.
That's been the hardest one.
If what's just happened then happens, where they already put the product page up, but you just can't add it to the bag until whatever time it gets released, top tip for you is to make sure you log into your Shop Disney account. You know, or if you don't have a Shop Disney account, make one before the time, and then when you go onto the product page, there should be a little heart to favourite it. Add it to your favourites, and then just have your My Favourites page up on your Shop Disney account, which should list whatever your item is or items that you're waiting to be released, and it should have them all there in your My Favourites section. So then when it hits, I don't know, say it's 8 o'clock that everything gets released, bang on 8 o'clock, there's a button, you don't even have to open up the pages, there's a button next to each item in your My Favourites bit that says, that's like a little picture of a bag, and it's to add it to your checkout bag. But you don't have to go through, like say if you were doing 3 items, you don't have to click on each item's page and then like add it to bag and go back, click on that page. You can just literally click bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, 1, 2, 3, and it should add all 3 items to your bag like quite quick, rather than you're opening each page. So I don't know, it might help you. That's what we've just done then, added it to favourites. So yeah, a bit of a tip for you if you didn't know that little hack. Add it to your favourites if you're able to before it gets released, and then just click the add to checkout bag. It seems like that might be what they're going to continue doing now, so should hopefully be helpful for you. Right, well, in other news, carrying on with the rest of the day like normal. So it's 8:15, and at 9:30 Maisy is going to the vet's, and she's going to stay at the vet's because she's having her spay done today. So she's having a little operation. Yeah, so she's not going to be in the house today. We dropped her off this morning, and then apparently we'll pick her up like some point this afternoon. Obviously once the operation's done and she's like awake and she's done everything that she needs to do before they can release her, sort of thing. Yeah, so she should be fine, because she has actually had an operation before. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but during the first lockdown, when she was still a little tiny puppy, before she was like 1, she woke up one morning and there was this massive like red ball. That's all I can describe it, like red ball in her eye, like in between her eyelid and her eyeball. And we took her to the vets. This was back in, it was like the start of May, end of April, so it was like proper lockdown, like, you know, when we weren't allowed to go anywhere but the supermarket. And so he took her to the vets. She had to have an appointment at the vets outside in the car park. She stayed in the car with the window down, and the vet came to the car door and like assessed her and everything. And basically she had something that was called cherry eye. which apparently the vet said is quite rare in Cocker Spaniels. But basically it's where the third, so dogs have 3 eyelids, did you know that? Apparently they've got 3 eyelids, and it's where the 3rd eyelid prolapses, so it'd like come out of place. So she needed to have an operation to have it like sewn back in, because he said they could push it back in, but there's a chance that it'd probably just keep popping back out again, and if it wasn't like put back in properly, then obviously that could cause her loads of different complications. Like it could cause her eye to dry out, and it could like cause her to be blind eventually if it wasn't sorted out. So anyway, she got referred to a specialist doggy eye hospital, and off she went, and she had this major eye surgery at like, I think she was, how old was she, like 7 months old?
Yeah, 7 or 8 months old.
7 or 8 months old, and she had to wear the cone for 2 weeks. This massive cone for this teeny tiny puppy at the time. But anyway, long story short, she's already had a really big operation, so this should be a doddle for her. I know a lot of the time the spay is like the first operation that a doggy would have, but she's already had a big one, so she's gonna hopefully have a big girl pants on. She has no idea what's about to happen, but hopefully she'll have a big girl pants on, and she's just like, oh, I've done this before. So yeah, anyway, so that's happening this morning. Maisy's gonna get dropped off at the vet's, and oh, another big news, Becky is going to be in the vlog this week. She's not going to work. Oh yeah, I'll just turn the camera on her. Are you, Becky?
I'm not.
You're not going to work? Do you want to explain, or should I?
I'm self-isolated.
She is self-isolating. So, Becky's perfectly fine, by the way. She has no symptoms of COVID. She's perfectly fine. There is a child in Becky's bubble at the primary school that Becky works at who has tested positive yesterday for COVID. So, but you didn't see her, you haven't seen her since Friday, have you?
No.
She got sent home from school on Friday because of suspected COVID. It was Becky who actually said to another member of staff, I don't think she's too well, I don't think she should be here, send her home, sent her home. She wasn't in school Monday, and then Becky got a phone call like Tuesday morning off the school to say that this child had tested positive. So she's now got to isolate for 2 weeks because she's obviously been in contact with the child, haven't you? So, yeah, Becky's isolating for 2 weeks, so it's not just going to be me in this week's vlog, like predominantly. I know Becky's always in it, but like it's usually predominantly me, isn't it? But Becky's going to be with me. That's nice. And I've got nothing else to update you on. Maisy's going in for an operation, and Becky's self-isolating. Might be a little bit tough later with Maisy, because yeah, last time she had the operation, now I don't know if there's like, I'm assuming there's different doses of anaesthetic depending on how long you need to keep the patient, human, dog, cat, whoever that may be, to keep them asleep. Now obviously the operation Maisy had last time was quite a long operation, so she clearly had quite a lot of anaesthetic to keep her asleep for a while, but she didn't react badly to it. But when she came home that night after the operation, she was like really not herself, and it was a bit sad to see. Like she was just really like away with the fairies, and like she kept crying. Like she wasn't barking or whimpering anything. Well, she was whimpering, wasn't she? She was just like quietly crying, if that makes sense, like whimpering, and she was just so out of it, and it was just really sad last time. We all ended up crying because our heart absolutely broke seeing her like that. So hopefully she's not as bad this evening as she was last time, because obviously she's going to have anaesthetic again. But yeah, depending on how she is, me and Becky might sleep on the sofa downstairs tonight, because we did that last time. Because last time, the first like 2 nights after the operation, she like just cried in her sleep. But then again, her eye then could have been in pain, and that could have been what she was crying at, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking too much into it now. Yeah, let's get on with the day, shall we? Maisy's at the vet's now. Well, she's been there for a few hours actually, it's now 12:30. Yeah, me and Mum went to drop her off, at the vet's. Becky had to stay here. Although, to be fair, I wasn't even allowed in. Mum just took her in, so you didn't miss out on much, did you?
We had cuddles before she went.
We did have a little cuddle with her.
I'm tired.
Becky's tired. We've been watching The Queen's Gambit. Gambit?
Gabbit.
Gabbit? I don't know.
Gambit.
Gambit. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. On Netflix. It's like a limited series. I don't know how many episodes there is, but each episode's like just under an hour long. We started watching it the other week. I think it was last week or whatever. Actually, it was the first weekend of lockdown, wasn't it? I think. Anyway, we started watching it the other week.
We only watched like 1 or 2 episodes.
I think we watched like...
It was quite late at night, wasn't it?
1.5 episodes, yeah. And it's... We've now just watched... We're about to start episode 5. And it's... I don't know, like, it's not like... I wouldn't say it's like amazing.
It's not our usual watch, is it?
But it is good. Does that make sense? But it's just kind of a bit of like a hard to follow sort of... Well, no, actually, it's starting to get easy to follow. It was hard to follow. Now it's starting to get a bit easy to follow.
You've got to just constantly concentrate.
But I wouldn't say that I'm like, oh, I need to see what happens next. I'm just kind of watching it, so... But anyway, we're going to get McDonald's in a minute for lunch. Just waiting for my mum to get home from Tesco. And because I just rang her and said, did she want anything? She said, yeah. But she doesn't know what, so just waiting for her to get home. And we're going to get that. And we're just basically waiting for the vet to ring. I'd usually be doing stuff today, but...
Not today.
We're just watching TV, basically.
And it's Wednesday, and we're off together.
We are off together, aren't we? Hey. So, that's what we're up to. I probably need to have a little bit of a tidy up in here. Well, as in, like, you put all the cans in the bin, because there's lots of cans that need to go in the bin. Oh, go on.
We're gonna watch a film.
Yeah, Jo keeps mithering us to watch.
She's not mithering.
No, she's not mithering us. Go on, what's it called?
Jingle Jangle.
Jingle Jangle. So we need to watch that, apparently.
But it keeps coming up on Netflix, and me and Jo keep talking like it's still there.
Yeah.
So, Jo watched it yesterday, and I said I'd wait for you.
Yeah. So
today's the day.
Today's the day.
Apparently, according to Jo, it's got like Greatest Showman vibes, but like Christmassy.
Alright.
She says we'll love it.
Fair enough.
And she knows us pretty well.
She does.
So
we shall watch that when we've got McDonald's, I think. Yes.
They've got no McFlurries.
Oh no.
I know.
They always don't have a McFlurry machine on. Then again, have they got rid of the caramel?
Yeah, it's celebrations.
Oh, I'm not bothered about that.
We're doing Uber Eats.
Yeah. Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Yeah, we're gonna watch Jingle Jangle. We haven't heard off the vets yet. It's nearly 2 o'clock, so hopefully we might hear off them soon. And that's all we're doing. We're gonna watch this film, and then hopefully we'll be picking up Maisy. Well, we should be, because at that point it'll be 4 o'clock, won't it?
Yeah.
And I'll show you Maisy. Maisy's home, so I'll just... She's literally... We've only been back 5 minutes and she's still quite out of it, so I'll just show you her quickly. You okay? Hey? She's got a little suit on. So this way she doesn't have to have a cone. But she's a bit away with the fairies still. Okay, Maisy. Here she is. You okay, Maisy? Just doing the wink. She's very tired. She is. She's still not really very with it, is she?
No.
It's now like 11:30ish or something. Like. nearly midnight. Just turn the TV down. Yeah. It's now like 11:30, sometime between 11:30 and midnight. So we're going to sleep downstairs with her, just because she keeps doing little whimpers and stuff when she moves too quick and stuff. So yeah, this is Maisy. She's very like groggy still.
Yeah.
Basically, she hasn't had anything to eat. She didn't want anything to eat.
But she's having lots of cuddles.
Yeah. She starts her like medicine in the morning. She got some like pain relief medicine. But she can't have it till tomorrow because she's had so much like so many different things already today from the vets. So yeah. I was saying I think blue suits her. I think it looks nice.
What do you think, Maisy? She's just giving us the white eyeball.
She's a cutie pie.
She is. You got comfy. I was there.
Yeah.
Stretched across and you was there.
Yeah. But then my most comfiest was just in the corner, like propped up.
Yeah.
Right, we've put Maisy in a crate, and we're in the room next door, which is the back. Like, we have like 2 living rooms, one in the front of the house, one at the back of the house. This is one at the back of the house. So we have a really big sofa, but it's like a really big, like L shape. And well, this is actually like my dad's man cave / it used to be the office, so there's like loads of like document boxes in the back. If it looks a bit messy, kind of like my room, but it's, to be fair, it's just, you know, paperwork stuff. But so we have this like pouffe thing which we're going to pull over, put here, and it'll kind of make a double bed, because that's what we did last time. And then we've got turnaround TV. Maisy does have a bed down there, but she doesn't sleep in it, she sleeps in the crate. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We need to kind of move it though without making too much noise, because we have to just put it to bed.
Can you help?
1 minute. It's there. There we go. So yeah. Hello. Good morning. It's now Thursday, the 19th of November, and I've been to work and I'm back again, and we're just sat watching The Princess Switched again. Christmas film on Netflix. I think we watched the first one last year. I can't probably remember what happened, but... And here's little Maisy, still feeling sorry for herself. Aren't you, Maze? Yeah. And we've had Greg's for breakfast. Really tired. We both slept a bit, but we didn't like sleep loads. Like, not the best sleep, I would say. But Maisy slept really well. She stayed in bed all night long. Not a peep out of her, which was really good. So feel confident that she can be left tonight. Pardon me, don't you? Yeah. So we're just having a chill. I go back to work at about lunchtime, so I don't know if I'm gonna like film much else today. But we're just gonna chill for a few hours and then that's it basically. Potentially have a nap, then go to work. Depends if I get tired. Yeah. Good morning and welcome to Friday. Becky's just shouted it from the other room. I didn't really film much yesterday, just purely because I was absolutely knackered yesterday morning. I had a nap for an hour, then I went to work at lunchtime and I didn't get home till 6, and we had tea and we watched I'm a Celebrity, and that is literally it. Maisy, on the other hand, little miss over here she is. First of all, a very Friday type thing. She's wearing a Disney Spirit jersey this morning on top of her Recover suit. So I'll just quickly show you it. It's a like baby blue and white tie-dye one, and it says, I'll get Becky to show you.
It says squad on it.
And it's got all the Disney dogs, well not all of them, but majority of the Disney dogs printed on it. Hasn't it, Maze? She was absolutely freezing this morning, so we put another layer on her. She was really cold. But she's been a bit naughty last night. She was up all night long and did not go to bed. Did you, hey? You ended up sleeping from about 3:30 in here on the sofa with my mum. She slept on her knee till this morning, but my mum was up all night with her. But I think it's because she literally slept all day on the day that she had the op, and then all day yesterday until like tea time. And then I think she like perked up by like tea time last night, and she was just so wide awake. So, yeah. You're a good girl. Mwah. Yeah, and she's got a checkup later at the vet's when I go back to work, haven't you? You got a checkup? Yeah? I'm going to check that her wound's okay.
Look at that little spirit jersey. How cute is that? Are you cute, Maisy? How cute it is. Too busy having a lick.
Hello. It's now much later. Friday evening. It's 9 o'clock. I'm a Celebrities on pause because it's just started. And I'm on my second pint of cider. Don't judge. It's been one of them weeks. Oh, sugar. Just nearly dropped it on the sofa. Oh, yeah. Maisy went back to the vets this afternoon to like check on her wound and stuff from the op, and they basically, the nurse wasn't very happy with the amount of bruising that she's got on her stomach around the wound. We thought the bruising was perfectly fine because we got told that they'd be bruising it, it'd be swollen, and it was completely normal and not to worry about it. And then we took her back to the vets today, and the nurse was like freaking out to my mum, like saying that she was really worried. It's really concerning the amount of bruising that there was. She pulled the vet in, but then the vet was a bit blasé about it and was like, according to my mum, because only one person's allowed in the vet at the minute, plus I was in work anyway, but the vet was a little bit more like, yeah, there is a lot of bruising, but it might be okay. So, frig knows. She's back there now on Monday morning, but she wasn't supposed to be back now until at the end of the 2 weeks recovery, but now she's going back on Monday morning, and we've got to keep checking on the bruising, and if the bruising gets bigger and spreads across the tummy, then we've got to ring the emergency vet number, and it's just all a bit stressful. So that's why I haven't vlogged much, because it's just hard work basically. And I wasn't going to say this on here, but I have a dad that just doesn't understand having to like keep an eye on her basically. He doesn't understand that she's not allowed to jump up on the sofa, she's not allowed to jump down on the sofa, she has to go in the garden on a lead, and he just lets her do what she wants. And it's just really hard work when not everybody in the house is completely on board with what we've got to do basically. So yeah, so that's why I haven't vlogged much. It's probably going to be a really short vlog. I just wanted to fill you in basically, because these like weekly vlogs have kind of turned into a bit of a diary of our life, and it would be wrong for me to not fill you all in basically. Plus you all see Maisy quite a lot on the vlog. Yeah, so hopefully this weekend we can kind of control it a bit more, and fingers crossed if the bruising is the same on Monday morning, then they should hopefully look a lot happier with what they're looking at, shouldn't they? What is a bit frustrating though is when they released her on Wednesday, they gave us, so she obviously had lots of drugs, whatever they gave her on Wednesday, obviously because she had anaesthetic, was put to sleep, had the operation, they gave her lots of different pain relief and stuff. When she left on Wednesday, she was obviously given the suit, she was given the cone. We've only done the suit because that seems to be working fine, she's happy wearing it. And then she was given this drug that begins with an M. I'll put it on screen in case you're interested in knowing what she had, what she's got. And it's like a liquid, it's like medicine that she has to have once a day. We think that's an anti-inflammatory, so she has got that once a day. And then she was supposed to have another medicine, but the vet said they can't get hold of it at the minute from any of the suppliers. So instead of the one that she's supposed to have, to just give her paracetamol, half a human paracetamol tablet twice a day, or if needs be 3 times a day. That's in place of the thing that she's supposed to have. And we've since found out today, because we were talking about it again, that this other thing that she's supposed to have but obviously they can't get hold of is basically a sedative, and it would basically just make her drowsy constantly, want to sleep all the time. So she shouldn't be, she wouldn't then feel the need to want to like wander around the house and get up and down the sofa. She'd kind of just settle most of the day and just be sleepy, which we so wished we had, because it would make our life so much easier right now. But anyway, me and Becky have just been talking. We were just saying it's not the end of the world. It's hard work right now, but everything will be fine in a few weeks' time. And then, yeah, when she had her eye operation back in May, it was really hard work, the recovery. She's having to put ointments and eye drops, and her wearing it in her eyes, and her being like an 8-month-old puppy, and wearing a cone for 2 weeks, which my dad was insistent was coming off, which every day we like fought with him that it wasn't coming off, because she had to keep it on, because if she scratched her eye. Anyway, yeah, we're just a bit frustrated and a bit tired and a bit stressed out, and that's why I haven't vlogged much. But yeah, update complete. I'm going to go back to drinking my cider. Becky's got a beer. I'm going to eat a full bar of chocolate and watch I'm a Celeb, and probably sleep on the sofa tonight. She's come and joined us in here. Oh yeah.
Say hello. Say hello to the little greens. Hello. Not so good. No. No. That's the loves.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday. It's currently, I think it's like 7:45 or something like that, in the morning, and me and Becky have done the little morning shift getting up with Maisy. She's a little bit alive this morning. She's I wouldn't say she's as hyper as she can normally be in the morning, but she's quite hyper in comparison to since she's had the op. So we're just literally having to follow her every step to make sure she doesn't jump up or down the sofa, jump up on her back legs. She's chilling now, we think. A sign of her like chilling out is her sucking the blanket, which she's just started to do. Oh, she's starting to try and eat the blanket. Maisy, no. Oh no, she's just eating her own fur. Show everybody a little bald patch on your arm from where they like put like an IV sort of line in or something. It's actually growing back quite quick. It's completely shaven like 3 days ago. You see how she's just a bit frantic? Hello. It's much later now on Saturday. It's 4:45, and I've got a bit of an update. Maisy, unfortunately, we was very careful with her last night, and this morning me and Becky got up with her, like you saw. We brought her upstairs to sit on my bed whilst me and Becky got changed this morning from out of our pyjamas, and we noticed that there was blood on the bed, and there was, I wouldn't say there was a lot of blood, but it was appearing everywhere sort of thing, wasn't it? So we was obviously quite concerned, so we undid her suit and had a look at her tummy, and her bruising looked okay, to be fair. It looked pretty similar to yesterday. It actually looked a bit lighter in colour, which is kind of a good sign, like it might be going. But the actual wound had kind of split a bit, and obviously it was bleeding, and underneath the wound there was like it was swollen anyway, but it got more swollen. It was kind of like a ball, and you could feel like a ball under the skin, kind of like a golf ball size, and she's only tiny. So we rang the emergency vet number and got her an appointment this morning. We took her, and so when she had her eye surgery, back in May. There's a hospital not too far away from us in Cheadle, which is like Stockport way, if you're aware of like Manchester. Like places in Manchester, so it's in Cheadle, this hospital, but round the corner for their like, look, they have like a normal vet surgery as well, like just a normal sized vet place, which is where we got the emergency appointment. So we took her there, which was like round the corner from the hospital in Cheadle, and the lady, I took her in this time, my mum stayed in the car, and the lady took her into the consultation room and assessed her. She was with her for quite a while. I was probably waiting for about 15 minutes, and then she came back out and said that Maisy has torn her muscle wall underneath where her wound is in her stomach, and she's got a hernia. And she said it is under control at the minute in terms of it's not life-threatening or serious at this moment in time, like as in this morning. However, and she said it was stable, that was the word she used, it's stable, but she said she needed to go immediately to the hospital around the corner. She said she's rang them, they're expecting her. She needs to be hospitalised, and she basically needs to stay still as possible, and they can keep an eye on her and, you know, keep a check on her tummy, like every hour, half an hour, however frequently they're checking it. And she needs another operation basically to repair it, to repair the hernia. And yeah, so she's currently in hospital, and that's it. This is now Saturday, obviously. They said they're hoping to operate on her tomorrow. However, if the hospital's too busy, it's like a normal human hospital, where you get put, when you go to A&E, you'll get put in order of like severity and importance, if that makes sense, depending on like emergencies. And they said, you know, emergencies could come in at any moment, you know, dogs that are literally like dying sort of thing, which, and she's kind of stable at the minute, so she's not extremely up there in terms of an emergency, but she's also not down at the bottom. She's poorly enough to need to be in hospital, but they might not be able to do it tomorrow. If they can't do it tomorrow, then she'll stay in hospital Sunday night, and then she'll go back to her vets on Monday to have it done there. But anyway, until she has this op done, she needs to be in hospital. So that's where we're up to. I don't really have much else to say, but I decided that I'd just come on here and just update you all and I'd say goodbye. Yeah. It's kind of hard to talk about it. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week.